So it looked like Caitlin Clark is setting a new standard when it comes to Gatorade, guys, for this one here.
Caitlin Clark just dropped news that completely shook the sports world. Gatorade reportedly handed her a massive $50 million deal, and the internet instantly went into meltdown mode. Social media is flooded with debates, analysts are scrambling with hot takes, and the haters are working overtime trying to downplay the move. Suddenly, everyone has an opinion. But when a contract this big gets announced, noise is guaranteed. This isn't just another endorsement. It's a statement move that forced the entire sports world to react.
And Caitlin Clark is breaking the internet for the second consecutive day. Yesterday, we was blessed with new Caitlin Clark workout footage. And I'm here to tell you, today, she is definitely getting in her bag because Gatorade has released a new flavor featuring Caitlin Clark on the cover.
Now, let's be real for a second. Caitlin Clark isn't some random player who just got lucky. She turned women's college basketball into must-watch TV. Fans were setting alarms to catch Iowa games. Ratings were breaking records. Merchandise was flying off the shelves. Casual viewers who barely understood basketball terminology suddenly became invested analysts. Gatorade already had her on their roster, but this new deal is on another level. Signature bottles, custom flavors with her name on them, nationwide marketing campaigns, and a limited edition rainberry flavor that's sold out almost instantly. Companies don't invest $50 million based on hype alone. They invest in impact and market power. And right now, Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete. She's a brand.
Got a bunch of sponsors. Gatorade, Stanley, Nike, it don't matter. Whatever Caitlin Clark goes on, it's an instant hit. And it looked like this new Gatorade flavor rain is doing the same thing. Now, Caitlin Clark did react to this new flavor, but I just want to pull it up to you and show it to you guys here real quick. So, this is going around. This is Caitlin Clark dropping this. It stated Caitlin Clark favorite flavor.
The timing of this honestly couldn't be more perfect. Caitlin is getting ready for Team USA duties scheduled for March 11th. And right on cue, fresh workout footage hits the internet showing her adding even more layers to her already insane bag. She's out there drilling off the dribble threes, tightening her handle, looking smoother, sharper, and more confident than ever. The mechanics look cleaner, the release looks quicker, and the body language screams locked in. It's almost like she's sending a quiet message to everyone who questioned her. Keep that same energy when the lights turn on. While all of this is happening, Gatorade is sitting back watching their $50 million investment appreciate in real time. Every highlight clip, every viral training video, every repost just adds fuel to the machine. Now, let's really talk about why this deal has certain people so pressed. There's a pattern here, and it's impossible to ignore. Every single time Caitlin Clark achieves something major, the goalposts magically shift. When she was breaking scoring records, critics said college numbers don't translate. When she went first overall in the draft, they said the WNBA is a completely different level. When she stepped onto the pro stage and started making an impact, they minimized it by saying she's just one player on a team. And now that she's securing generational wealth through endorsements, suddenly everyone has a marketing degree explaining why she's overhyped and overpaid. The funniest part in all of this? The same people who constantly claim that nobody watches women's basketball are somehow deeply invested in analyzing every single move she makes. They're in comment sections writing full essays about why her endorsement deal is too big. If nobody cares, why are you this emotionally involved? If the sport doesn't move the needle, why are you reacting this loudly? The math simply doesn't add up. Here's the reality whether people like it or not. Caitlin Clark moves markets. She sells out arenas. She boosts television ratings. She trends nationally on random weeknights. She generates engagement, conversation, and controversy. And in the endorsement world, attention equals value. Brands don't hand out $50 million contracts based on vibes. They invest in impact, influence, and measurable results. And right now, Caitlin Clark delivers all three.
Stanley, Nike, it don't matter. Whatever Caitlin Clark goes on, it's an instant hit. And it looked like this new Gatorade flavor Rain is doing the same thing. Now, Caitlin Clark did react to this new flavor, but I just want to pull it up to you and show it to you guys here real quick. So, this is going around. This is Caitlin Clark dropping this. It stated Caitlin Clark favorite flavor. Rain Berry, bruh. The greatest flavor ever made.
Gatorade isn't a charity. They're not wiring $50 million to Caitlin Clark out of generosity or vibes. They're a global corporation that studies data, tracks engagement, projects return on investment, and makes calculated business decisions. Every major endorsement they sign goes through layers of analytics, market research, and long-term forecasting. So if they're committing this kind of money to Caitlin, it's because the numbers told them she's worth it, maybe even undervalued. Companies at that level don't gamble emotionally. They invest strategically. Put this into perspective. LeBron James secured a lifetime deal with Nike reportedly worth over $1 billion. Steph Curry built a massive empire with Under Armour. Patrick Mahomes locked in $500 million through long-term contracts and endorsements. Yes, those are larger figures tied to leagues with longer established revenue streams. But relative to women's basketball, Caitlin Clark's $50 million Gatorade deal is groundbreaking. It's precedent-setting. It shifts the ceiling. It signals to every young girl picking up a basketball that the financial future of women's sports just expanded. And that's what really irritates critics. It's not just about the money. It's about what the money represents. It represents validation. It represents growth. It represents proof that women's sports are not a sideshow but a scalable market. For years, female athletes were told to be grateful for limited exposure and smaller paydays. They were told the market wasn't there. Meanwhile, male athletes with far less cultural impact secured massive endorsements without nearly the same scrutiny. Now that the landscape is shifting, some people are uncomfortable watching it happen in real time. Even something as harmless as a Valentine's Day post from Caitlin, "My love for you has limitless range," turned into debate fuel in comment sections. Every move gets analyzed. Every post becomes a referendum. That level of attention alone proves the point. She drives engagement. She commands conversation. Look at the marketing dynamics. When Team USA promotional materials spotlighted established stars, that made sense. They've earned it. But when independent basketball media created graphics and placed Caitlin front and center, that also made sense. Casual fans recognize her. Brands understand she pulls in viewers beyond hardcore basketball circles. That's crossover appeal. That's star power. Throughout her rookie WNBA season, it sometimes felt like the league itself was adjusting in real time to her presence. Ratings for Indiana Fever games surged. Merchandise with her name sold rapidly. Young fans showed up holding homemade signs. Debate shows covered her regularly. Whether positive or critical, attention followed her everywhere. And in modern sports economics, attention equals value. The Gatorade partnership highlights that perfectly. This isn't just about commercials. They launched a limited edition Rain Berry bottle featuring her signature and branding, and it sold out quickly. No over-the-top rollout. No massive celebrity cosign required. Just her name and image. That's product-moving influence. That's measurable demand. Brands dream of that type of organic pull. Critics often try to shift the focus by bringing up other talented players. And yes, there are incredible athletes across the league. This isn't about diminishing anyone. It's about recognizing market impact. Marketability isn't solely about stats. It's about audience reach, storytelling power, and cultural resonance. Caitlin Clark attracted viewers who had never tuned into women's basketball before. She turned games into events. That distinction matters in endorsement negotiations. The timing also aligns with her stepping into international competition. Fresh off a strong rookie season, she's representing Team USA while simultaneously becoming the face of one of the world's biggest sports drink brands. Recent workout footage shows she's not coasting. She's refining her off-the-dribble shooting, tightening her skill set, preparing for bigger stages. The growth is visible, and this likely isn't the end. With partnerships spanning Nike, Stanley, State Farm, and now a blockbuster Gatorade commitment, she's building a long-term portfolio. Each new deal sparks fresh debates. Each milestone shifts the narrative again. Before she entered the pros, critics questioned whether her game would translate. When it did, the conversation changed. Now that endorsement money is flowing, the argument shifts again to overvalued. At some point, the simplest explanation becomes the correct one. She's both elite and marketable. Gatorade has decades of experience partnering with global icons. They've worked with the biggest names in sports history. Their marketing teams rely on research, consumer testing, demographic studies, and performance analytics. If they're comfortable centering major campaigns around Caitlin Clark, it's because data supports the move. It's because consumers respond. It's because the brand sees long-term growth potential. The ripple effect of this deal will stretch beyond one athlete. Other brands are watching. Other leagues are watching. Other female athletes are watching. The ecosystem is shifting. Doors are opening wider for endorsement structures that were once heavily skewed. That's why this moment matters beyond headlines. Some young athlete walking through a grocery store and seeing Caitlin Clark's face on a Gatorade bottle learns something powerful. Women in sports can be the face of global brands. They can command major contracts. They can shape business conversations. That's influence. That's impact. While critics debate in comment sections and move goalposts again, Caitlin Clark continues building both her on-court legacy and her off-court empire. She's not just competing in arenas anymore, she's winning in boardrooms. And whether people celebrate it or criticize it, the market has already spoken.